They are not stories about moral purity or excellence or success. It's stories on how not to do things. It's a story of how they bring on the end of the world onto themselves. Today I want to talk about Norse mythology. So, warning here, this is not about content, but it's about insights into human behavior through a mythological story that I love. And it's a story about the Fenris wolf. So the story goes that Loki has 3 children out of wedlock with the giants, and one of those children is a small child called Fenris. And as picking up Fenris from the land of the giants, one of the gods, the god of war, Tyr, he is playing and with this child, putting his hand in his hair and playing around with the kid. But as they're traveling from the land of the giants, this child is growing and growing and growing. And when they reach Asgard, where the gods live, this boy, who is a wolf, the Fenris wolf, is already the size of a man. And already when it comes to Asgard, people are worried that this child is becoming very strong. The days go by, then the boy, the wolf, grows bigger and bigger. Eventually the wolf is as big as a house, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. And this makes the gods scared, especially since the god Odin has a dream that one day these children, the children of Loki, will destroy all the world and create Ragnarök, which makes him very afraid. So the gods meet up and they decide that they have to chain this huge beast to protect the world from him. So they go up to the Fenris wolf and they say, "Hey Fenris, we would have a game for you. We're gonna tie you up with this little chain, and if you can break the chain, everybody will know that you're the strongest wolf out there." And the Fenris wolf's playfully, "Yeah, sure, tie me up, no problem." Ties up the wolf, and the gods are like, "Well, that was easy." And now Fenris is twisting and turning and breaks the chains. The gods are shocked. They are like, okay, apparently Fenris is very strong. He might be stronger than all of us. So they go and make new chains with runes on them. Every link of chain is so big that 2 gods have to carry each link to make the chain. They go back to Fenris and say, "Hey Fenris, remember that fun game we played? Let's play it again. We will chain you up and you will show how strong you are, and if you can't break the chains, we release you, no problem. But just try out the chains again. These are much stronger, and everybody will know that you're not just the strongest wolf, you're the strongest being in all of the world." And Fenris says, "Okay, we got some proper chains, let's do it." So the gods go and chain up Fenris, the wolf, and he's chained and he's stuck, and now Fenris again tries to break free, tightens all his muscles and rips and turns, but he can't get loose. And the gods are starting to smile to see now they got him. But they were too early, because Fenris puts in the second gear and starts to pull and twist and turn and breaks through the chains. And the pieces of these chains flow all over the world, piercing mountains, slicing through trees. Now the gods are in big trouble, because that was the strongest thing they could ever make. Now they make a decision. They go to the dwarfs, and they ask the dwarfs to make the strongest chain ever made in existence. The dwarfs request a hefty price, but they eventually go and make this chain. The chain is made from the spit of a bird, the beard of a woman, and the footsteps of a cat. And why don't you see many of these things anymore? Because they were used by the gods. Anyway, back to the story. They come and they make this little silk ribbon. And they go up to the Fenris wolf. And they say to him a last time, "Hey Fenris, for the last time, let's play this game. We have a new chain for you. It's even stronger than the one you had before. It's this little silk ribbon." Now this time, Fenris is not impressed. He says, "You know what, gods? I think you're trying to trick me. I think you will tie me with this ribbon. And if for somehow I'll be stuck, you will never release me." And the god says, "Oh, why would you say such a thing? We are friends, why would we do that? No, just take this string on, it's really, really hard. Like, you can show how strong you are again. Go and do it." And Fenris says, "No, I don't consent." Then the god says, "Well, Fenris, come on, like, what are you? Are you weakling? Are you a weakling? You're a coward." And then Fenris says, "I'm no coward, but I think you're going to trick me, because you always try to trick people, and I don't trust you." And I said, "But I can do it on one condition. If one of you puts their hand in my mouth and I will softly clamp down my teeth, you can then tie me. And if I can't get loose and you don't release me, I will bite off the hand of the god who tricked me. The gods are now stunned again. Who is going to put their hand in there to make this little test go? Then Tyr, the god of war, the god that bonded, lifts his hand. I will do it, he says. Then the god of war, Tyr, puts his right hand in the mouth of this enormous wolf. And the wolf Fenris clamps down his teeth on the arm and says, tie me up. And the gods take their new chain, this little silk ribbon made from the dwarves, and ties up the wolf. And they say, now try to get loose. And Fenris twists and turns and tightens his muscles and rips and try to get loose. But this time he can't. The silk ribbon holds him there. Then Fenris bites off the arm of Tyr, the only god who loved him. And then Fenris will say, I was your friend, I was your ally. But now, since you tricked me and tied me here, when I get loose, I will eat the sun, I will eat the moon, and I will eat you, Odin, and I will destroy the world for breaking my trust. So that is the story of the Fenris wolf. What's the moral of this story? Well, the more you learn about Norse mythology, you realize that the gods, stories of the Norse gods, are not stories of how you should act. They are not stories about moral purity or excellence or success. It's stories on how not to do things. It's a story of how they bring on the end of the world onto themselves by their selfish and stupid actions. So if you have somebody that trusts you, somebody that is on your side, do what you can to work with them and not against them. And don't trick them, because you will create your own Fenris wolf, who at the time of Ragnarök, when everything else goes to crap, will be released and will destroy you.